Hey guys! My hair is just really a mess right now. That's better. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Brittany. Nice to meet you. So today I'm super excited because I'm going to be experimenting with a product that I've wanted to use for a while now. Finally picked up a Denman brush. So as many of you guys know, I've been super duper into brush styling lately. And if you haven't caught my latest styling routine where I go through all of my steps, I'll link that up in the cards. But what I've been wanting to try for a while is a Denman brush. And I've just seen amazing results from a bunch of curlies online. Curls with Alexa, Mains by Mel, even Janelle has tried it and gotten awesome results. So I was like, okay, I think I have to do it. And even when I posted on Instagram telling people that I bought this, I got so many messages saying like, you're gonna love it. I'm obsessed with mine. Denman brushes were actually invented a very long time ago, so originally in 1938, and it actually says on the back that it's best for control and defining wet curls. So this is made for curly hair. The one that I got is the D3, the original styler, so this has 7 rows, and I know that you could buy a 5 row as well, but I just decided to go with the one that everyone has. Here's what it looks like. We have these long kind of pliable bristles, evenly spaced apart, and then this part is rubber. And I think even if you get the 7 row, I think that you could pull this part out and remove some of the rows. I'm not going to experiment with that at the moment because I'm afraid that I just won't be able to get it back in. What I'm going to do is bring my camera into the bathroom so you guys can see what I'm doing. Not going to do the full shebang lighting setup. It's just going to be kind of a quick demo, but I'm super curious to see if I like this better than other brushes that I've tried because I have heard amazing things. Before we get started, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, we do curly hair tips and tricks here. So if you want to rock your best curls, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to hit that bell if you want to be notified every time I post. Alrighty, let's get into it. So here I'm taking InnerSense Eye Create Volume and I'm raking this all over my entire head. It's kind of like a gel serum and I like using it as a first styler. I also rake in a little bit upside down, which coats my face frame. Next, I section off the top and gonna start taking my brush. So I'm a little shocked here at how easy it was to create tension, but then it kind of got stuck at the bottom. I don't know why. The key to brush styling for me and getting these like perfect clumps is creating tension with the brush, and it was so easy to do that with the Denman. Next, I take InnerSense Eye Create Lift, and I'm just coating the bottom section before I move on to the top. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the top. I kind of split my hair down the middle and once again, brushing small clumps. I also make sure to get the back so it's not stuck. And gonna go over with InnerSense Eye Create Lift again, and then what I'm going to do is kind of flip to one side and brush all of my hair to the side. This just makes sure that I can flip my part back and forth and make sure that my hair kind of has like a little bit of motion. Once again, I go through this in detail in my brush styling video. Then I scrunch in a little more product, and that's pretty much it.
5 hours later.
Okay guys, so I just wanna, before I show you my hair, I was just having one of those days where it just didn't look like it was gonna dry to be a good wash day. Have you ever had one of those where like your hair is drying and you're like, oh, I wanna redo my hair, but then it dries and you're like, oh, never mind, like it looks really good. Today was one of those days, and as soon as I scrunched out the crunch, my mood was immediately turned around. So these are my results. I'm obsessed. I have to stand far enough away so you guys can see that I'm actually wearing a shirt. Why do I even wear tube tops? Like I mentioned, I really didn't think that this was gonna come out good, like at all. You guys probably noticed I was getting like a little flustered as I was styling. My towel kept falling down. I should have worn a bathing suit for this video because the towel was just nonsense. And when I get flustered, I just like overthink things and I get anxious and I'm like, it's not gonna come out good. And as soon as I scrunch out the crunch, I was like, oh. So, my experience with this brush, it did an amazing job. I think that my hair is like fully 100% coated in whatever product I put on it. You guys may have seen in my brush styling tutorial, but one of the most important aspects of brush styling is creating tension. So like I demonstrated earlier, you're kind of pulling the brush away from your hair and it kind of helps it like spring up. And this has been an analogy used to describe brush styling in general, but if you imagine a scissor with a ribbon and you're kind of pulling it down, creating that tension, that's how it will spiral up into a curl. And let me tell you, like, in my normal life, I do not have like all this like beauty lighting set up. Like I got a ring light here, and half the time I wash like late in the day. So I'm not like in front of a window, like I'm just in my room with it gross overhead lighting. Like this is the lighting that I do my makeup in. Like it's not good at all. But as I was doing my makeup, I was like, my hair is glistening. And I don't understand. Using a brush made my hair this shiny, but I'm so here for it. I'm like totally like, let's go. Now, a couple things. So I did notice that when I was styling certain sections, I felt like the brush was pulling a little bit. I do think that was partially because I was so flustered and I just started rushing. So definitely taking it slow with this brush is the best way to go. Although I'm not sure if it was partially due to this red material here. So this is made of rubber, and I could almost imagine my hair snagging on it a little bit. So I'll definitely have to experiment with that more, but I do think that it was partially me just kind of rushing. And whenever you're using some kind of tool on your hair, you really shouldn't be trying to do it quickly. Definitely take your time because you don't want to risk damaging your hair because you're like ripping through it. Another thing that I do want to change for next time is also trying to do bigger clumps. So I do have like a ton of definition and like small curls, but I think that I could get like even bigger curl clumps out of this if the more I experiment. Definitely going to continue experimenting with this, and if you want to see kind of all my experiments, make sure to follow me on Instagram at brickcurls if you do not already. Now here's the deal. This is 20 bucks. Do I recommend that you spend 20 bucks on a brush? If you're like me and you get anxious about like having the real deal, go for it. I think it's worth it. But if you are on a budget and you're like, I don't think I could spend $20 on what is essentially plastic and rubber, I feel that. So I've heard that the Walmart version of this brush is really good. And then I've also linked a dupe that I found on Amazon in the description box below. So if any of you have had experience with either of these, let me know in the comment section down below so that other viewers can kind of make a decision on which brush they would want to get. Now, I have a fair amount of experience with brush styling, so this was kind of like easy for me to pick up. Yes, I do have things that I want to change for next time, but like I said, very happy. But I do want to stress that if you do pick this up for the first time, definitely experiment with it, give it multiple shots, because I have seen some feedback online from people who don't necessarily get the best results their first time. So don't think that like me getting good results on my first go means that the same thing is going to happen for you. Brush styling is like a little complicated. You're sectioning your hair, you have your hands above your head for a long time. Give it some time, you know, watch some videos online, not just mine. Watch a ton of videos, kind of figure out how you want to best style your hair with this, because there's multiple ways too. Some people even twirl the brush a little bit to kind of give them those perfect spirals. Whatever works, but like, this works. Now, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'm curious to know in the comments if you guys prefer the results I got with the Denman or the wet brush. Let me know down in the comments below which one would be your first choice. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys soon.